Welcome to the new episode of DHTML. In this session, I am going to discuss about XML namespace. What is namespace? XML namespace is one of the XML standard which I have already discussed in my previous video, and just I have given overview, and here I am going to discuss in depth. So basically namespace is to give the more clarification to the particular node. If you have a same name tag in whole structure, or if two different structure, if you want to merge and if you find a same name there, so you need a more information about that specific tag. So at that place namespace will help. So let's see. So imagine a situation where we inform that we are going to be visited a person known to us named Sachin, and we would obviously be curious to know who that person is. So the simple reason behind this curiosity is some sort of ambiguity. This is because we may be aware of many person with the same name like Sachin. Therefore we seek additional information, this usually in the form of surname, right? So once we know that this is Sachin Tendulkar, so we are much more clear about it. But if we say that the person is the Sachin Wangle, so the curiosity which creates in our mind, right? So due to this clarification, due to this extra information, you'll get much more clarity. So we are clear about the Sachin, so same way it removes the ambiguity. So in context to XML, we have addressed that problem, encounter the absence of the namespace. For example, we do not have any context information available. So let's say the XML element name title, for example, we would not understand if this is the title of book, title of movie, title of person, or something else. Therefore we need to add much more information, such as like book title, movie colon title, or the person colon title, right? So with this is the identifier called, right? This is how you can create the namespace, book colon title. So that means you can be now much more clear that this is the title of the book, so you'll get more clarity. So XML namespace provides us more information about elements in the form of qualifiers, thus removing the ambiguity. So that is what about the namespace. And this is the example. See the issue. For example, the example that is for the library. So in library, the root element, I mean you want to keep the records for the library, right? So there is a book issue, so there is the information of book and the member information. So in book info there is number, title, name, and publisher, and in member info there is also number, title, name, and issue date. So three elements are same here, right? So which creates an ambiguity, and this can be removed through the namespace. So for that, for creating a namespace, the two things you need to understand: the prefix that we add to the element to make it unambiguous called a namespace prefix, right? So namespace prefix need to be tied to a uniform resource in identifier, that is URI, right? And URI has its own name, and we are free to use URI name for our choice. So you can see that once you clear with the XML tag, after the XML tag, first you should have to inform the browser that you are going to introduce a XML namespace. So with the root element book issue, XMLNS is the keyword, and which identifier you want to apply, that is for the book. So XML namespace for the book element, that is URN, universal resource name, that is book details. Same way XMLNS for member, that is for member detail. and then after you can use that prefix, that is book colon number, book colon title, book colon name, and book colon publisher. Similarly, if it is for the member, so it is member colon number, member title, member name, and member issue date. So that is what about the namespace. You can perform this program and you'll be much more clear about this. In this example, there's one mistake, that is slash member. Remove this slash member and colon. Just you have to close book issue, because book issue is the root element. So you can make change in this book. There is a mistake in this book. In this example, you can change this mistake, right? So that's it for today. Thanks for watching my video. We'll meet soon in the next session.